请 Amy 老师给我们做一个简单的介绍，有关爵士乐一方面的一些知识。
Okay, so I'll give a very brief history of jazz. So it started in America about more than 100 years ago, and it became popular in the 1920s.
爵士乐呢，在美国100多年前开始的啊，它从1920年开始在美国流行起。
So jazz, it first came from a marching band, and then that turned into a jazz band. And when it became popular in the 1920s, it was a dance music. People would dance with the big band.
那么爵士乐一开始呢，是从像军乐队开始的。那么在1920年代呢，爵士乐呢那个时候是一种舞蹈性质的一个音乐，就是后面是大乐队，前面呢大家在前面就是跳舞。
There are many forms and variations of types of jazz bands. It's not only big band. It could be a single solo performer or duo, 2 people, trio, 3 people, and it could be a lot of different types of instruments together. So there's not one type of group that it has to be, but there are different types of groups that are popular.
那爵士它的演奏方式有很多，刚刚我也跟大家说了，它有独奏有重奏，还有大乐队。
So over the years, over the last 100 years, there's been very many different styles of jazz that has formed, and many different types of groups as well.
那么在过去的这100年的时间里呢，爵士有很多不同种类的音乐风格。
So when we listen to jazz, it's important to know what we are listening to, because it's a very different type of music than what we are used to listening to classical.
那么我们在听爵士音乐的时候呢，我们要知道怎么样去欣赏爵士音乐，因为爵士音乐跟我们传统的古典音乐呢，完全不一样的。
So I'm going to share with you what we call a lead sheet, and this is a very typical style of music that we would read in jazz.
那么现在 Miss Amy 呢会给大家看一下我们爵士乐手在演奏爵士的时候所看的乐谱，跟我们古典音乐是完全不同的。
Here is an example of a lead sheet.
这个是我们爵士所用的功能谱，它只有一行谱子。
So this shows the melody and the form of the music.
那么在这张谱子上呢，它是呈现的是乐曲的主旋律还有这个乐曲的曲式。
The lead sheets always show the chord symbols, so the harmony as well.
还有这上面的一些英文字母呢，是代表着我们这个曲子当中所用的和声、和弦的一个标记。
So when we play with other musicians, let's say for this song we choose On the Sunny Side of the Street, everybody knows which chords to play and what form to follow. So first ending, second ending, and going through. So you'll always hear the melody first.
那我们在乐队大家演奏不同乐器的时候，所使用的谱子都是同一张谱子。那么大家看着同一张谱子，他们的和声还有这个旋律来演奏。
So the special thing about jazz is that every time the melody is played, it is interpreted differently depending on who is playing it. So it's not played the same 2 times. It's different every time.
那么爵士的跟古典最大的区别就是，他每一位乐手，即便在演奏同一份谱子、同一份旋律的时候，他们演奏的出来的也是不一样的，他们都是做的即兴演奏。
So when you hear improvisation, that happens after the melody. So when somebody improvises over the song, they are still following the form, but essentially creating their own melodies to improvise over the same chords or harmony.
那在乐手通常他们一开始先会演奏这个乐曲的旋律，接下来每一位乐手都会有做自己的即兴创作，他们根据这个乐谱上的和弦功能做一个即兴创作。
So when you're listening to jazz pieces, you'll always hear the melody first, then a solo or improvisation, and that could be one soloist, two soloists, it could be however many solos, and as long as everyone is following the form. And then after everybody is finished soloing, then we play the melody once more to close it. So you have a sandwich, a melody, solos, and then melody.
那么我们在欣赏一首爵士音乐的时候，我们大家会听到乐手一开始呢，先会演奏一遍或者2遍的那个曲子的旋律，就好比我们的一个汉堡包，汉堡包上层有一层面包，爵士乐手呢就先演奏这一层面包，接下来呢会演奏他们自己创作的即兴创作部分，就像我们汉堡包当中的这个夹心吧。那么你可以按照自己的口味自己的情绪来创作不同的这个当中的这个夹心。最后呢，它又会最底下又是汉堡包的一层面包，我们把刚刚第一次演奏的那个旋律在最后再一次呈现，这个就组合成为一个爵士汉堡包。
So when you're as you continue to listen to the jazz pieces today, see if you could hear when it's the melody and then when it's the solo and then hearing the melody at the end again.
OK， 所以接下来呢，我们在听小朋友独奏的时候，我们可以注意的去听一下，能不能听到这个爵士汉堡包？大家能不能一开始听到这个曲子的旋律，接下来小朋友自己的创作部分，最后又回到这个曲子的旋律？